Hi Gemini, welcome to your weekly reading with me, Cindy. So Gem, this is a very deep spiritual reading today. Using a lot of oracle cards, a few tarot. There will be a point where I'm going to need some time to really look at the cards. I will show you the cards, but they'll be all spread out on the table. I'm going to need some time to take the message in. So I'm hoping that a pretty sweet viewer will post in the comments the timestamp when the reading actually starts, because it could be 2 or 3 minutes from now. So I will pin it and heart it if you do that. Thank you. So let's get started. Shuffling the first deck. Deeper spiritual. Oh, sugar pops. Sugar pop. Look what is coming out for you, Gemini. You have the dragon. And you have the earthworm. Awful lot of color, Gemini. An awful lot of color. Ooh, I'm not gonna look in that yet. I got more cards to go. Wow. Okay. I just take note. Take note and listen up what I'm getting, because this is the first card that came out. It's the very first one. And this to me is, I don't know if any other readers have a card in any of their decks that's like the Eye of God. I didn't really plan for that. I wasn't looking for it. It just happened for me with that card. So there you go. Everybody gets it at some point. I think Aquarius has had it. Libra's had it. Have they had it? I don't know. A few have had it. There you go, Gemini. You get the Eye of God in your reading. Okay, and whatever God is to you. Wombat spirit, be at home. I have a feeling this is going to be one of those readings, messages, it's going to take a while for me to pull it out. I don't know why. I feel like it's going to be very encrypted. So let's see where this goes. Deep spiritual message for Gemini here. Okay, yeah, okay. I still don't make it complicated, Cindy. Deep spiritual message for Gemini. Deep spiritual message for Gemini. Oh, dang. The Jaguar. Interesting. You're just getting like one card at a time here. All right. Now I'm going into Elki. She who what? What have you been doing? What you up to? What's going on? One card again. She who hesitates. Mora, ponder, delay, confidence. I can get all your cards on one row. That's so interesting, because everyone else is like 2 to 4 rows of cards. Okay, this is where I need a moment. All right then. Okay, I'm ready. So there is a deeper part of you, a shadow part of you that is holding you back, and it is time to let that go. You gotta let that go. You gotta get it out. It's not good. You have the energy and the ability and the resources at your fingertips right now to really claim anything that you feel is meant for you. Like, feel on a deeper level, not ego feel like, yeah, I want that. I'm gonna go, yeah. It's just like, you know, I feel like that would be just ideal for me. I feel like that would be great. You're supposed to be going and getting it right now. Go and get it. Gemini is what I'm getting. This, she who hesitates. Whoops. Look at this interesting shadow of herself here. Oh yeah, it's a shadow self, right? This is what's holding you back. I'm trying to figure out what she's doing with her hands. part of this shadow looks like it's like holding a gun or something, or definitely doing something with her hands, the shadow, that is different than what you're doing. And I feel like the shadow is more in control than you are, which is telling me that there's a part of ego that's working and manipulating you right now that has nothing to do with your higher good. Nothing. It's all about keeping the ego safe and keeping the ego needed by you right now. It's gotta go. It's situations up to this point have played out in a way that have taken some of your confidence, diminished it a bit, diminished your confidence, where like totally inappropriate. You shouldn't in this situation or whatever it is. I don't feel like this is probably the last sign to say it to, because Gemini will be like, I have my full confidence, Cindy. Okay, there might be one or two people that this resonates with. Just saying. Look in your deeper self. If there's something you're hesitating on, something that you're not moving forward to do or go to or try, because there's a little voice in the back of your head saying you're going to stumble, you're going to fail, it's not going to work, they're going to laugh. Like, I don't know. There's something. This shadow is naughty because it definitely is a part of ego that is serving itself. It's just, ego's so sneaky that way. Like, how do you really wrap your hands, your mind around that damn ego? It's just like, it's there for a reason to, yes, keep us safe. But we live fairly civilized lives at this point, that we don't need ego to be such a big part of our day-to-day. Like, for where most of us live, there aren't crocodiles and saber-toothed tigers coming to get us, right? Because the ego's always like, don't go down that trail. Don't go down that trail. It's gonna be safer. Don't go that way. It's safer. Okay, yeah, you're right. Right? Like, that's what the ego's all about. But, you know, it feels like, you know, there's something, excuse me, with this earthworm. When this earthworm comes out, I really get, there's so much creative potential here that's not coming out. It's not coming out. It has to come out. And it's being held back by you. You're the only one holding it back right now. You've got to release it. You need to release the hounds. So now you have two interesting cards that follow that. Is Wombat Spirit, Be at Home, and the Jaguar. So this is an Animal Oracle deck, and this is a Shaman Oracle. The Jaguar. It's interesting that Jaguar has come out with the dragon. Because, like, a black jaguar, it's a black panther, right? So it's panther spirit. Is that in here? I'm going to find it. It's very interesting that it came out, because this panther spirit, this is another one of those cards where I have a special relationship with a certain card because of a very significant message that came out. And I think, you know, we can say that there's got to be something behind it, because that reading for that message, it was for Libra. Welcome to your past. There she is, Panther. That reading went absolutely viral on me back in July. There it is. That's that energy. Okay? This is interesting because this card, and I'm getting, it's the same, but it's a different card. So it's come in for a different purpose. It's the same sort of energy, but it's come in for a different purpose here. The purpose of this, when it comes out in this card, in this deck, the Animal Oracle deck, is it is a very, very powerful sort of spirit energy that has been dark energy. I always like to say it used to be like the devil's right-hand man, like that kind of, you know, right there. But worked its way out of that, like just started to change its vibrational energy. And now it's like the divine's right hand man, woman, whatever. And understands how to help raise up, protect, help, strengthen, guide people that are in situations of darkness and to get them out, because it was darkness. This is a very powerful card and message and energy that I've gotten with it. And it's kind of like this one. Like, this is pretty it's funny, like, it's really, really powerful energy. Because it's like you got both of them. You got the eye of God and you got God's right-hand man coming through in this reading, which is absolutely incredible. I don't know that I've ever had that happen before. However, the same character animal has come out, but in a different deck, and it's telling me that it's here for a different reason. It's this shadow part of you. You have to see it. Only you can remove it. You have to acknowledge that it's almost as if it's the way this entity, spirit, energy raised itself out of darkness. Because it was all ego. It was all ego and manipulation and low vibration. And it was, you know, selfish, narcissistic, evil energy. Because that's where ego can end up going. And ego can take you there because it just continues to convince you that you need it to protect you. You need this ego to protect you, where you don't. You're safe, you're fine. And if anything, it's holding you back. It needs to come out. Now, it's, I don't know. Okay, now I see why. I was really trying to figure out why such powerful energy was coming out in a reading for this. Like, that there is a shadow aspect of yourself that's holding you back. It's ego-based and it's not serving you for your higher good. I'm like, why is Jaguar and Dragon here? Like, that is the two most powerful cards, really. The two biggest trump cards that I have in all of my decks, I would say, for me, in terms of very divine, like nothing. This is the strong, this is the energy, this is the vibration that created the universe. This is the Big Bang. This is like, this is it. So why? Well, be at home. Be at home. Now, the reason this is here is because you are off track. The ego has taken you off track on your spiritual journey. And your spiritual journey is about learning about yourself. It's about understanding things that trigger you. It's about pushing through points in life that are uncomfortable, that scare you, to find how strong you really can be. I mean, that's what a spiritual journey is. You know, yeah, kumbaya and crystals and stones and all that. Yeah, it's great. It's good. But let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. We're three-dimensional. We're living a life. Are you living it to your highest good? You're not. There's a part of you that's not. And I'm not saying that to say that you suck. I'm not. You're beautiful. You're divine. You're awesome. You're beautiful. Like, the goddamn ego sucks. That's what sucks. Because this is you. Think it all. This is almost like this worm is the ego. It's tied it up. It's tied up this amazing, creative spark of life that is you, that needs to come out. But this frickin' little ego has tied it all up, because once this comes out, you don't need that ego. You know, your deeper self knows. Then you're communicating with what you really need. So the be at home, that's where we're all working towards, is to be at home. And to be at home, no matter where we are, what the situation or the circumstance, we always feel safe. We always feel comfortable. We always feel at home. I mean, there's no better way to describe it than when you're at home and you're in a place where you can walk around in your underwear, or you can go in your pajamas all day. You know, you can do it because, you know, you could not wash the bathrooms for a couple of weeks. You're at home. Who cares, right? Like, and you can feel that anywhere, but the ego is convincing you that you can't. You can't. You need to dress a certain way, act a certain way. Don't take a chance on that. You know, I just feel like this ego is talking a lot in your head. And I feel that these two cards, the Dragon and the Jaguar, came out because it is stopping you on your greater path. So we have a path, here we are on Earth, doing all that three-dimensional stuff, pushing through things that scare us, figuring out our triggers. Why does that trigger me? Learning to be a better person and all that stuff. But on a deeper level, it's also soul growth. It's also soul growth. And when you leave this lifetime, you want to, I mean, I believe in multiple lives, so many lives. You're not going to get it figured out in one life. That's impossible. Like, come on. It's just impossible. But each lifetime, we're closer and closer, I like to say, to divine energy. We all are divine energy. Imagine divine is this wonderful, kneadable piece of Play-Doh. And all these pieces were taken off and scattered all over the universe. Go experience all sorts of crazy shit. And when you're done and you're, holy again, come back and we'll bring that all together and we'll be even better. Like, that's kind of like what it is. We're all connected. If you don't believe that, scientists have proven it with water? No, I can't remember what it is. Always like when I see a scientist has proven something, I'm like, oh yeah, see, I'm not crazy. It's totally connected. We're totally connected. But you've come off the path a little here. This ego has the potential where it is right now for whoever this resonates to put you back a few steps. So that means going through lessons again. Maybe in this lifetime, shit you've already weeded through, like, don't let the ego control you. You need to push through it. Because if you don't, there was no karmic clearing. And in certain lessons, there's so many, like there's probably millions of little karmic lessons that we're going through in a lifetime. So I'm handing, like, the reason the dragon and jaguar is out is this is a very important message, even though it seems like a very simple message. The jaguar and the dragon are not here to protect you from some situation that has happened to you that it was completely out of your control. Something might have been. However, your ego, your darker shadow side, is controlling you way beyond what it should be right now. And it's pushing you backwards. And that's a pretty important message because we're all supposed to be going forward. That's the goal. You don't want to have to do shit again. Like, yeah, you don't want to have to do that test again or do that exam again. Like, this is Earth school. You don't want to do that. So you want to pass. But you also have to look and say, okay, I failed the test. You know what? The teacher asked stupid questions. And, like, that would be the ego saying, well, I don't need my son. I don't want to go to school because they make me do math. Like, well, you need to do some math at some point. So release the ego, look at the test. If you didn't do so well, because the exam is coming up, right? The final exam is coming up. This test was to prepare you. What don't you know? Don't let the ego convince you that you don't need to know that stuff. I don't need to do that. I don't need to take that chance. I don't need to go towards that opportunity. Don't let the ego do that to you. Because by getting the test and failing the test, if that's what happened, something didn't work out, and just sitting and allowing the ego to tell you, yeah, I didn't want that anyways. I didn't need that. I don't need them. I don't want them. You're not learning the lesson. You're going to do it again. You're going to do it again. You're going to fail that grade. You're going to do that test. You're going to hang out with that teacher for a whole nother year. Like, oh man, you and the ego and the teacher, you're going to hang out and do that test over again. But if you can take the opportunity and look at that test and look at what didn't work out from a deeper level, remove the ego and accept where the weakness might have been, where there was something that needed to be learned, understood about yourself, about others. Now you're prepared for the exam. Now you can pass. Now you feel confident about taking that chance, taking that leap, releasing this beautiful creative energy that's you. Because it's being held up by this ego, but it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. It needs to be shared. It really does. So what am I doing? Oh yeah. Oh, do we even need a tarot card? I just feel like, sure, why not? This is so clear for me. Do you even need a tarot card? Why not? All right. The earthworm. Let's just look at the wormy. There's some creative stuff in there. What happens when it comes out? Ooh, yeah, you gotta let that shit out, man. You got the Three of Swords and the Ten of Wands. Yeah, there's something here that really hurt, and it is a massive burden on you, and the ego is not letting you release it. You need to release it. Let it go. Ooh, that is heavy energy. The Three of Swords. Darkness in the heart. Darkness in the heart. And the Ten of Wands. Massive, massive. A belief system that doesn't serve you anymore. It's only serving your ego. It's a belief system that doesn't serve you anymore. When you drop this Ten of Wands, when you drop these wands, where does this take Gemini? When they drop the wands, where does this take Gemini? We got a whole bunch fell out, but one is flipped. Yeah, just one. There's like 20 cards fell out, but only one is flipped up. Ace of Wands. There you go. You drop all those wands. Remember, there's 10. None of them are lit up. None of them are inspiring. None of them are benefiting your life. None of them are for your greater good. All those wands have burnt out at this point. Fire's gone. The flame is gone. It's nothing there. Your ego's just telling you, yeah, you got to keep carrying those. You need to keep carrying those. You can't pick up an Ace of Wands if your hand is full with 10. And they're not even burning. There's no desire. There's no passion. There's no creativity. There you go. The Ace of Wands. You drop that shit, and there's your new beginning. And it's lit up, baby, like a volcanic fire. You drop that shit and tell that ego to go stick itself. Tell it to go stick itself. What am I doing? Oh yeah, singing bowl. Singing bowl, Gemini. Now my shoulder's a little, I was shoveling heavy snow, so my muscles are a little like, quivery. So bear with me. Extra spice for Gemini. Your deeper spiritual reading, Gemini. Thank you. I'm glad we did that. Release your fire, baby, because it's good. It's really good stuff, huh? All right. Until next time, do be gentle with yourselves. Bye.